Okay, so before I got into Niji and in the Institute of Mystics, I used to, well, no, this was actually one of the schools I worked at. So I go to the Institute of Mystics. So, okay, I remember. Okay, so I currently am still enrolled in like university, like legitly, like IRL, like yeah, I'm still in school. So I go to the Iluna Institute of Mystics, right? I worked, before Niji, I worked at the school district of the Institute of Mystics. Like I worked at a school district. I was working there one time, right? I'm like usually like doing paperwork and stuff at the end. So I'm usually one of the few last people in the building, right? So one day I was working there and it was already closed. Like the door, like the main doors were locked and you could only like go outside. You couldn't go back in. And I remember I saw this elder woman with like the walker walking, and like I walked past her like in the hall, and I was like, I didn't like notice right away, and it took me like maybe a minute or two, and I was like, wait, all the doors are locked and we're closed. Why is there some old woman in a walker here? And I turned around to look for her to like ask if she needed help or anything, and she was gone. And literally like a fucking movie, the janitor that I see all the time is like, you see something? And I was like, what? And I'm like, maybe. He was like, you know this building used to be a hospital, right? And I was like, no. And he told me about an instance where he was working here like late at night because, you know, he's the janitor and he like vacuums and gets all the trash from all the rooms in the building. And one day he was going, like, he was on the last room, and all of a sudden like the power went out and he went to the door and the door was locked, and he like tried to open the door, and I don't know if he like bunged his head on the door. I don't know what happened, but he like blacked out for like 30 minutes. And woke up and like he was able to open the door and like go. He said that was the scariest experience he's ever had in that building. And yeah, he told me basically the Institute of Mystics district office used to be where a hospital was, and that sometimes things happen. And yeah, that happened to me. I saw some woman, an elder woman with like a walker, and I couldn't find her because I was very weirded out because we were closed. There shouldn't be anyone else in here. And I've never seen that woman before.